Have you ever pondered the nature of reality? How can you determine what is real and what is merely an illusion? In a world where our senses are continuously bombarded with stimuli, it's not always easy to discern what is real from what is illusionary. Our senses, though they're our primary means of interacting with the world, aren't infallible. They can be tricked, and often are, by the simplest of things. Consider optical illusions, for instance. They are nothing more than clever arrangements of shapes, lines, and colors. Yet they can make us experience things that aren't there, see movement in static images, or perceive colors that don't exist. Virtual reality is another example. With a simple headset, we can immerse ourselves in a world that doesn't exist, interacting with objects and beings that are nothing more than lines of code. Yet, while we're in that world, it feels so real that we react as if it were. Now, these examples might make you question the reliability of your senses, but rather than causing doubt, they should inspire curiosity. They should make you wonder about the nature of reality itself. After all, if our senses can be deceived so easily, what does that say about the world we perceive through them? Is it possible that reality is not a fixed, immutable thing, but something more fluid, something that can change depending on how we perceive it? These are not easy questions to answer. They delve into the realms of philosophy, science, and even spirituality. Yet they're questions worth asking, for they can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world we inhabit. So in this video, we're going to embark on a journey to explore the reality of life, to see if we can find some answers, or at least gain a new perspective on the questions. As you can see, determining what is real can be a complex task. But what about life itself? How can we discern its true nature? There's a well-known Native American tale about two wolves. It serves as a powerful metaphor for the internal struggles we all face in life. You see, within each of us, there are two wolves battling for dominance. One wolf is dark, filled with anger, jealousy, fear, regret, greed, and arrogance. It thrives on lies and feeds on insecurity. This is the wolf of negativity, the embodiment of our lower selves. On the other hand, the second wolf represents the light. It is brimming with love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness. This wolf seeks truth and exudes positivity. It embodies our higher selves, the best of our human nature. These two wolves are in constant conflict, locked in an eternal struggle. The dark wolf snarls aloud, its growls insistent, often overshadowing the gentler, softer howls of the light wolf. But the light wolf is resilient, never backing down, its spirit unbroken. The story goes that an old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. The grandfather describes this inner conflict to the young boy, explaining that the same fight is going on inside him, inside the boy, and inside every other person too. Intrigued, the young boy pondered this for a moment and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed." This response is a profound revelation. It underscores the fact that we have the power of choice. We choose which wolf to feed, which emotions to entertain, and which aspects of our nature to nourish. Every action, every thought, every word we speak is a morsel of food for one of these wolves. If we feed the dark wolf, it grows stronger, its howls louder. If we feed the light wolf, it becomes more powerful, its light brighter. The wolf that wins is the one you feed. This simple yet profound truth underscores the reality of life. Our actions and choices shape our reality. Reality, as it turns out, is a highly personal and subjective experience. A bold statement, isn't it? Yet it's one that psychology and countless personal experiences have backed up time and time again. Our individual perceptions and experiences shape our understanding of reality, crafting a world that is unique to each and every one of us. Consider the color blue. It's a simple, universally recognized color, right? But what if I told you that my blue might not be your blue? That the shade of azure I see when I look at a clear summer sky could be completely different from the hue that you perceive. You see, our brains interpret the information our eyes provide, and that interpretation can vary from person to person. That's why two people can look at the same object and see two completely different things. Let's delve a little deeper into the realm of psychology. There's a phenomenon called synesthesia, where one sensory or cognitive pathway leads to automatic involuntary experiences in a second sensory or cognitive pathway. For some people, numbers have colors, words have tastes, or sounds have shapes. This isn't an imaginative exercise for them, it's their reality. It's a prime example of how individual perceptions can create vastly different realities. Think about the last time you had a heated disagreement with someone. You were both present in the same situation, but you both came away with different interpretations of what happened. Why? Because your individual experiences, biases, and emotions all played a part in shaping your perception of reality. Now let's take a moment to reflect on our own lives. We've all had experiences that have shaped our perception of reality. Whether it was a childhood memory, a life-changing event, or even a conversation that shifted our perspective, these moments have woven the complex tapestry of our personal reality. Therefore, the reality of life is not a fixed universal truth, but rather a complex tapestry woven from our individual experiences and perceptions. So the next time you find yourself in a debate or disagreement, remember that everyone's reality is unique, painted with the brushstrokes of their personal experiences and perceptions. So if reality is subjective, what does that tell us about the reality of life? Well, it tells us that life's reality is essentially a matter of perspective. It's about how we choose to see and interpret the world around us. Perspective, you see, plays a major role in shaping our understanding of life. It's like the lens through which we view our existence, coloring our experiences and dictating our responses. Let's consider a simple example. Imagine a glass of water filled to the halfway mark. Now, one person might look at this glass and think it's half empty. They're focusing on the absence, on what's missing. This perspective might reflect a pessimistic outlook, an emphasis on lack and loss. However, another person might look at the same glass and think it's half full. They're focusing on the presence, on what's there. This perspective might reflect an optimistic outlook, an emphasis on abundance and potential. Same glass, different perspectives. And just like that, our perception of reality changes. This principle applies to life as well. Each of us views life through our own unique lens, shaped by our experiences, beliefs, and attitudes. Two individuals might experience the same event, yet perceive it very differently based on their individual perspectives. For instance, consider a challenging situation. One person might view it as a problem, a roadblock, a cause for stress. But another person might view the same situation as an opportunity, a learning experience, a chance to grow and evolve. The situation hasn't changed. What's changed is the perspective. And that perspective shift can make all the difference, altering our perception of reality, influencing our actions, and ultimately shaping our lives. So remember, the reality of life isn't a fixed, objective truth. It's fluid, dynamic, and deeply personal. It's shaped by our perspective, by the lens through which we choose to view the world. Life's reality, then, is largely a matter of perspective. It's about how you choose to see and interpret the world around you. In conclusion, the reality of life is a complex, multifaceted concept that is largely influenced by our individual perceptions and experiences. In the grand tapestry of existence, we've explored the intricate threads of reality, the warp and weft of our perceptions, and the vivid colors of our experiences. We embarked on this journey by examining the illusion of reality, the seemingly solid world around us that, upon closer inspection, is a dance of energy and information. We've delved into the story of the two wolves, a parable that beautifully illustrates the power of our choices. It reminds us that the reality of our lives is not something that happens to us, but something that we actively create through our thoughts, words, and actions. The wolf we feed is the one that grows, shaping our reality in its image. We have looked at the subjective nature of reality, acknowledging that each of us lives in a unique world of our own making. Our realities are not fixed or absolute, but fluid and changeable, shaped by our beliefs, perceptions, and experiences. We've also touched upon the matter of perspective, how the lens through which we view the world can dramatically alter our experience of reality. Like a prism refracting light into a spectrum of colors, our perspectives reveal the multifaceted nature of reality. As we close this exploration, let's remember that life's reality, while complex and elusive, is also incredibly beautiful and fascinating. It's a canvas on which we paint with our thoughts, a stage where we perform the play of our lives, a river that we navigate with our choices. So embrace reality in all its complexity. Explore it with curiosity. Let it inspire you, challenge you, and teach you. But most of all, remember that you have the power to shape it. You are not a passive observer in the theatre of life, but an active participant, a co-creator. Life's reality may be elusive and complex, but it's also incredibly beautiful and fascinating. Embrace it, explore it, and most importantly, shape it with your actions and choices.